Hello everyone, the following is our experiment part. We have the experiment guide on AI mathematics in PDF format. To show the coding process, I will use Jupyter Notebook to explain in more detail. And you could copy and paste from PDF file to try out. Before we start, please make sure we have downloaded the Anaconda. For the detail on installment, please refer to another document named Developer Environment Setup Guide. In this experiment, we will use Python 3 to implement 4 experiments, including the basic mathematics operation, calculation of linear algebra, probability and statistics, as well as the optimization based on what we have learned from the theory. Let's start our first experiment with basic mathematics. The main purpose of this section is to implement some basic mathematical algorithm based on the Python language and the basic mathematics modules, laying a foundation for learning data mining. The frameworks we mainly use are the math libraries, NumPy and the SciPy library. The math library is a standard library of Python and provides some common mathematical functions. The NumPy library is an extension of Python used for numerical calculation. It can solve problems about linear algebra, random number generation. The SciPy library is used to handle problems related to statistics, optimization, interpolation, and integration. To begin with, we need to import the libraries, math, and NumPy. This is the cell function obtains the minimum integer greater than or equal to x. Thus, when we input the 4.01, then we get the output 5. The floor x function obtains the maximum integer less than or equal to x. If x is an integer, the returned value is x. Here, we input x equal to 4, then we output 4. The degrees x function converts x from a radian to an angle. This function returns e raised to the power of x. E is the base of the natural system of logarithms, approximately 2.718, and x is the number passed to it. The fabs function returns the absolute value of x. The factory function returns the factory of x. It says to multiply all whole numbers from our chosen number down to 1. So we get 3 times 2 times 1 equals 6. The iterable function summarizes each element in the iterator. The function obtains the remainder of 20 divided by 3. The value is a floating point number. The log x base function returns the natural logarithm of x. By default, e is the base number if the base parameter is specified. The logarithm of x is returned based on the given base. The calculation formula is log x divided by the log base. The function returns the square root of x. Here we get pi. Pi is a numerical constant, indicating the scalar constant. The function returns x to the power of y. So that's the end of our first experiment of basic mathematics.